Hello, this is Soundout here, and welcome back to another Kamen Rider Gaim Arms Change Series review. Today we're taking a look at ACPB05, Kamen Rider Mars, Golden Arms, and Kamen Rider Kamuro, Silver Arms. This is the third to last Arms Change release. Here we go. This is the packaging. It looks good. Move on. Alright, so here we have Kamen Rider Mars and his Golden Arms. This is an Apple-based rider, both of these guys are. And they are featured in Kamen Rider Gaim the movie, the Golden Fruit Bowl of Soccer, and I honestly forgot the title at this point. It was the alternate universe movie that took place in a soccer-based universe as opposed to a dancing-based one. This character here, I believe, was Kogane. Also appeared in the TV series proper as a brief cameo towards the end of the movie tie-in episode, and at the final episode of the show where he came back as Kamen Rider Jam. Really would have liked to see an AC Kamen Rider Jam. That thing was pretty cool looking. But we are here with Kamen Rider Mars, not Malice, Mars, official translation. Golden Arms, because he apparently is the golden fruit or something like that. I have not seen the movie yet. I apologize. But we are here to talk about toys, not plot details. And this is a friggin' cool design. First of all, the base body is the Knight body, but is now black and gold with red accents. Looks really nice overall. I love the way this is designed. I also love how the Lockseed is the apple Lockseed shape. It is distinctive. But yes, he looks awesome. Gold's black, it looks nice, and it really helps to give him the premium feel, again being a movie-exclusive rider. His Golden Arms is not so much golden as kind of brownish, kind of like gold plastic color, but it does have the nice red, and the apple slice look looks really nice, and it's got a lot of great molding to it. And his weapon here is a shield that has a sword in it, because those are the coolest things ever. And it kind of makes me wish Zangetsu had a sword built into his shield like this. This is super cool. But as you can see, it is nice, painted, fully painted, and super, super duper cool. Now, moving on to the arms transformation, I will state that both Mars and Kamuro have the same arms, and therefore the same transformation. Locking it onto shoulders, no problem there. You bring down the front piece, shoulder pad, back, fold. It's basically the orange arm / melon arms transformation, just reworked into an apple. So, here we are with Kamen Rider Mars, Golden Arms. And there we have his nice little Kabuto. Fully painted with the little red pieces. Didn't really need to be painted, but really nicely appreciated. Slides into place there. Looks really, really cool. He was the first of the movie-exclusive riders we saw. First thing from the movie, actually, we saw. And I gotta say, I'm super duper impressed. Now, his weapon does have one issue. The handle on the shield is a little bit too big for his hand. Therefore, getting him to hold it properly is tricky. Especially because you slightly bump it, and then his hand loosens up, and it's out of place again. But you can give him a sword, because he's got a very nice regal knight look to him. And he's got this nice sword and shield combo, and he can go be the golden fruit or whatever, and fight off soccer people. So that's Kamen Rider Mars. There's not much else to say about him. He is mostly, he's the Knight body, which we've seen before. He's the same transformation as Orange Arms we've seen before, with the addition of this little tab folding away. That was kind of nice. And other than that, he basically has new arms, new weapon, new head sculpt that just look fantastic, and the color scheme is quite awesome. We don't know yet if there's going to be an SH Figure Arts release of this guy. He wasn't shown at the recent Tamashii Festival, but his Jam version was, so I guess that kind of counted. But yeah, he looks quite awesome. I think he's a great design, and it does make me sad that he was exclusive to the movie only, and really would have been cool if he would have shown up in the series proper. He would have been an interesting new villain to bring in. But, alas, Kamen Rider Mars, Golden Arms is quite cool. Here we have Kamen Rider Kamuro, Silver Arms. Which, you know, silver and blue are just the colors you think of when you think of apples. I haven't seen blue apples, honestly, but it's a nice metallic blue. The arms are the same. This is the same arms as Mars, which is why this set was a little less expensive than the Sigurd and Malika set. His weapon is his cool little staff, brand new piece, really neat. And his figure, this is where things get a little sad. Outside of this new wrist piece, which I'm sure is plot relevant or something, because I've seen the civilian actor have the same wrist piece. Outside of this new wrist piece, the same belt from Mars with the apple, this is the only new piece on him. This, and that, and that. But that's the same as the other guy. So these are the only two unique pieces on this guy. This head sculpt is mostly Gaim. I'm not even joking here. It literally is the Gaim head sculpt with a giant crest on the head that's different. He looks really nice. The silver metallic blue is really great, and you know, uses the samurai body mold. And this is accurate to the costume in the movie, but again, outside of wrist piece and fin, he is the same figure, which is kind of awful, actually. As a premium Bandai set, you know, these two coming together, it was about, I think, $15 less at middleman cost than Sigurd and Malika, and those were two completely unique figures, and this is one mostly unique figure and another figure that's basically just Gaim with apple arms. And speaking of those silver apple arms, let's plug these on here. This does make Kamen Rider Mars, it makes Kamen Rider Mars feel like a better figure than Kamuro, especially when you realize Kamuro has a new Kabuto, but it's just Gaim's orange arms Kabuto smoothed out and painted differently. It kind of makes Kamuro feel like a bit of a letdown when he only has 3 unique pieces. And they're all basically the same shape and design. You know, the headpiece on the staff is the headpiece on his head, basically. And the wrist piece follows that same design aesthetic. It doesn't make for a very interesting action figure. The overall costume and design of it looks pretty good. I mean, it's nice to see a blue rider, as I don't... Yeah, there's not really a blue rider in the Gaim line. He is kind of the first to be primarily blue, but the thing is, staff, head crest, wrist. That's all that's new on this guy. The rest of it is reused either from Mars or from more of the retail figures. It's basically Gaim and Mars mixed together to make Kamuro. So alas, it's one of the last arms change figures, and it's mostly a reuse of parts, which is admittedly a little underwhelming. So overall, how can I recommend ACPB05, Kamen Rider Mars Golden Arms, and Kamen Rider Kamuro Silver Arms? Well, for the prices it's going for, which is $120 to $150 approximately before shipping, this is not worth it. The current aftermarket prices, not worth it. You are getting a really cool figure in the form of Mars, but you're getting a very standard figure like Kamuro. He mostly uses parts that already existed, and it really makes me sad because I kind of wanted him to do more. I thought when I looked at the pictures, hey, that's a cool new figure. I mean, yeah, he shares arms with Mars, but I'm sure he's got a lot of new parts elsewhere. And then on closer inspection, I realized he doesn't. It's a sad fact, but do I regret buying this set? No, because they're still really great figures. It's like the thing of, you got pizza, you got your favorite pizza, which like pepperoni and sausage, but then someone hands you a pizza that only has pepperoni. You're still going to like it because it still has pepperoni and pizza. It just doesn't have that extra flair you liked about the pepperoni and sausage pizza. And that's how I feel about AC Kamuro. Mars, on the other hand, is a fantastic figure, and I kind of wish he was sold on his own. But if these two had been sold on their own, I don't think Kamuro would have sold very well, unfortunately. So, overall, it's the next to last premium Bandai set, and it's not the best. I honestly, out of the 5 premium Bandai releases I've received so far, it is the least interesting. And it is the least desirable, as it comes from, you know, a movie. They're only in one movie. They're not in the show. Kamuro never appears in the show at all, while Mars does have a little bit of a cameo. So, can't do much else about it. It's recommended only for the hardcore AC fans, or if you really love the characters in the movie, or you find it for a really good price. Other than that, I can't really recommend it for the prices it's going for. So stay tuned, we still have 2 more arms change reviews. ACSP Kamen Rider Gaim Drive Arms is coming out at the end of December, and shipping in January will be Kamen Rider Ryugen Yomotsu Hegiri Arms and Overlord Weapon Set. So we still have 2 cool figures coming out that should provide us with some mostly new things. But the arms change line is wrapping up soon. And it's good because the TK line has succeeded it in timeline and exceeded it in quality and pricing. Check out Hirotaku.com for all your Kamen Rider news. And until next time, saying goodbye.